the trap of waiting until it's perfect. For the longest time, I told myself, I'll start when I'm more prepared. I'll put my work out there when it's truly ready. I'll take the leap when I feel confident enough. I convinced myself that waiting was the smart thing to do, that taking action before I was 100% ready would be reckless. But in reality, I wasn't preparing, I was procrastinating. And perfectionism was the perfect excuse. Because as long as I was waiting to be perfect, I never had to risk failing. The moment perfectionism stopped me in my tracks. That Thursday evening was a turning point for me, though I didn't realize it at the time. I had been working on a project that meant a lot to me. Something I had poured countless hours, energy, and creativity into. It was so close to being done. So close to being something I could share with the world. But as I sat there, staring at my screen, all I could see were the flaws. The voice in my head was relentless. It could be better. What if people notice the imperfections? What if I put it out there and it fails? The more I looked at it, the more I convinced myself it wasn't ready. So I did what I always did when perfectionism took over. I told myself, I'll work on it just a little more. Just a few tweaks, a few adjustments, and then it would be perfect. Then it would be ready. It doesn't want you to finish. It doesn't want you to share. It wants you to stay stuck in the cycle of almost. And that's exactly what happened to me. A week passed, then a month, then 3. And the project? It never saw the light of day. Not because it wasn't good enough. Not because I wasn't capable. But because perfectionism had tricked me into waiting. Waiting for the perfect time. Waiting for the perfect version of myself. Waiting for a moment that never actually came. I realize how much I lost in that cycle. Not just the project itself, but the opportunity to grow, learn, connect with others. Perfectionism had convinced me that sharing something imperfect was worse than not sharing it at all. But the reality is, nothing is ever perfect, and waiting for perfection is just another way of hiding. The wake-up call that changed everything. That moment, sitting at my desk, staring at my screen, paralyzed by fear, was a wake-up call. It made me realize perfectionism wasn't helping me. It was holding me back. It was keeping me from taking risks, putting myself out there, living fully. Since then, I've been working to let go of the need for everything to be perfect. It's not easy, and I still struggle with it sometimes. But I've learned to ask myself one simple question. Is this good enough for now? Because good enough is often better than perfect.